What's up? If you're just tuning in for the first time, my name is Ochuko. Welcome to my channel. For those who don't know me, I do a lot of different things. But today, I'm just going to be talking about life. Alright? And today I'll be talking about passion and what it is to find it. And I'm going to use an analogy, that search and that journey. Hope you enjoy it. So if you're like me, if you're a night owl, spend a lot of time on your computer, you've probably experienced this thing called a wiki loop or a YouTube loop. Now, a wiki loop or a YouTube loop, this is what happens when you go to Wikipedia or YouTube looking for one video or one term or whatever it is, and then an hour later you're looking at astrophysics or why did the dinosaurs go extinct, or some random offshoot that might be related, most of the times not related to what you actually went on there to Wikipedia or YouTube looking for. That's called a wiki loop, where you just get lost in this process, and you know, what you're looking at has totally nothing to do, or maybe to what you initially went into. And I think the wiki loop is a perfect example of kind of this journey that people have looking and searching for success, and just looking and searching for their purpose in life. Um, and that's a tough one, discovering your purpose and finding out what it is. It's a journey, definitely. There's highs, there's lows, and you get lost sometimes. Finding your purpose starts with a question for me. What is my purpose? And within that, you can have what makes me happy. You can apply this to whichever questions. What makes a meaningful relationship? And that is your central question. This should be at the heart of everything that you're looking at, the way you compare things, the way you answer questions, the way you search for answers. Everything should be related to this. And what happens in the wiki loop, like I mentioned, you go in with an initial objective. You just want to look at what the definition of a certain word is, or look up a certain concept, and hours later you look up and it's like, how did I get here? What happens in life is that a lot of people lose track of their central question. They lose track of it, they get distracted, they go in initially with this question, and then they get distracted from influences from other people, even family, familiar, unfamiliar people, social pressures. They get influenced by that, false desires, if you will, and a lot of things. There's a lot of things that can influence people and take them off this path that they initially set on. And what happens is that you'll be going down this path asking this question and trying to look for answers. And in the process of answering this question, you divert. You see a link to something else, and you're like, "Ooh, I wonder what this is." And "Ooh, okay, well, this looks kind of cool." And then you try this. "Oh, look at that thing over there. Okay, I'm gonna try that." Maybe you might even inch back towards that initial question, but then you divert again, and you keep on having these detours, and they keep on going different places. And what happens is that hours, days, weeks, months, even years later, you look up and where am I? And a lot of times people get lost, and it's hard to figure out what they initially were working towards. They lose track and sight of that initial question. And it's like the wiki loop, called the wiki loop effect. And this can happen in real life. And that happened to me. I've seen people it's happened to. And if you're watching this video, it's most likely happened to you. So, how to avoid this? Well, this is a question that I'm constantly asking. I don't know if I have a perfect answer, but one thing I can say for sure is finding that central thing that you're curious about. What's that central purpose that you want? What's that question you're trying to answer? Refocusing things back on there and using that and really making that, hold on dearly to it, make that central. that is going to help you answer your question. That's going to guide you. It's going to make sure you don't deviate. All right. The deviations, it's not that they're necessarily bad. Heck, you can have a great time. I had some great times in deviations, like, this pit stop over there and that pit stop. I had some great pit stops. But you look up, and the end point of all these, it's always, where am I? Like, how did I get here? Even though it was fun, you still end up deviating from that central question, what it is your main objective. And that's not fulfilling. It doesn't answer it. And if you're truly yearning to find your purpose, it's important that you don't lose sight of that, even though those distractions, those detours, they look so tempting. It's important to stay on track. All right? So remember, just focus on that one thing that's central to you. I know that's kind of a simplistic way to answer such a big question, but that's one way to start. And I hope that helps. All right?